Antonello da Messina. Wonderful. So I try to be very brief, so I think I'm going to talk for 15 minutes. My name is Angelo Paura. I'm based in New York. It's a pretty muddy day today in New York, so I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm originally from Italy, but I moved here 15 years ago to do a master and then a fellowship at Craig Newmark School of Journalism. And yeah, I'm a journalist and a correspondent. But then after this master, I, started working more into product design for journalism, and starting working more into the managing side of the business. Okay. What is Blasti News? Blasti News is a platform and is also a tech company. We are based in London and in Switzerland. We try to, we started in 2013 trying to democratize journalism and to give everyone the possibility to, write and make money out of it. So right now we are a community of around 2,000 freelancers all over the world. And, we used to have, before 2018, so before Cambridge Analytica, around 200 million page views per month. Now we are around 30 to 40 millions. And in 2020, we implemented, and that's why I'm, here in the company, we implemented our, anti-misinformation policies, and we try to develop a better workflow to work with our contributors. I told you that we are based in London, but we have 5, different operations in 5 different countries. We work in the UK, in the US, in Brazil, and then in Europe, in Spain, Italy, and France. I told you before that we have this idea of meritocracy. So what we do is to share our the money that we make out of advertising with our contributors. We don't want to have click, but we are talking about engage click, as you probably know. And in the last 10 years, we distribute around 30 million euro to our contributors. And we started, I told you, in 2013, but we had this, we won a DNI, so the Google DNI grant in 2016, where we develop a more European, pan-European platform. So because we are a platform, we work with process. So we are not just, a simple media. We need to have processes. We are very straight on it. And we work in 2 different ways. We have a human curation, and we have a algorithm, or more than one algorithm, that we can use for spot misinformation, for SEO, etc. We have a team of 100 editors, freelancers, and 10 content managers that are, inside the company. So they're working with me, trying to be sure that everything we publish is fine, and it's a fact check, and it's not fake news, and it's not propaganda. We use our algorithm before the publication for SEO and for spot misinformation, and we use the algorithm after the publication, trying to be sure that everything is fine after the check. And then we are going to talk a bit more about the process that we have. because we have this editorial workflow. As I told you, we are an open platform, we are a tech startup, we have rules, we have policies, and we are obsessed with details, because we understand the significant impact that every decision or error can have on our platform. We publish around, let's say, 4K articles per month and around 1,000 video per month. So we have more than 100 documents to set our, rules inside the company and with our contributors to have like a smooth and effective workflow. We conduct a monthly review and we update the process when it's needed. And we have a proprietary CMS. So we produce, we edit, we publish, and we share every single piece of content with our CMS. That is an internal one. So this is a couple of examples of handbooks. For example, we have handbooks for our, writers, 9 steps to write the perfect articles, 9 steps to keep your article free from fake news. We do a lot of, workshops with our contributors, trying to, enhance our quality. And so now the process from the idea to social media. So as I told you, the art of our workflows is the CMS and the algorithm. So using our algorithms, every day our community managers review and distribute a series of topics and ideas around our countries. Our writers that we refer to as blasters craft articles using an internal text editor of the platform. Maybe later I can show you a bit the platform. We are working on a new platform. So right now we have like, let's say, old platform, but we are working on a on a new one that is almost ready. We require reliable and fresh sources, and we want to have news. So we cannot have stuff that is older than 2 or 3 days, in this case, 3 days. So each article undergoes an automatic SEO standard checks. And then, the process is that the blaster submits the articles for the first edit. So we're going to have a first edit. The editor can send it back with a comment, and revision, or they can approve. So we have these two things. If the article is sent back, the blaster can make corrections and resubmit it. After 3 submission, the editor can only choose to publish or kill the article. So it's a pretty strict process. When we approve the article, there's a second edit with our content managers to be sure that everything is fine, that it is SEO compliant, and that is fine for our standard. So we have this kind of process. After the publication, we have a second, let's say, platform called Blasting X, where our micro influencer can, pick all the articles and decide if they want to share the articles online on different social media. We call them social blasters. And then, the idea is that every blaster can decide if we want to have the help of our social blasters, and in this case we are going to share part of the revenues with our social blasters. Additionally, after this entire process, we, as I told you, implement a randomized check to identify any errors and other problems. We have also 2 reports that are, at the core of our work. The first one is the executive report, and the second one is the time approved report to check every day what's going on our platform. So the first one, it's a way, it's a report to understand our numbers, the web traffic, the activity of our blaster and social blasters on a daily basis, and is divided to in the daily report and the monthly report. And then we have the time approved report that is pretty important for my team, because the report tracks the duration from article submission to publication, and we try to publish an article in 30 minutes for more than 90% of the articles, and with a maximum cap of 3 hours. After 3 hours for us is a problem, so we don't want to have articles in the platform on the desk there without anyone that can control them and edit. This is another important point, and it's something that we did in the last few months. So after 2020, we started working on quality. We started working on disinformation. I opened a new area called Blasting News Fact Checking. We just managed to enter into the International Fact Checking Network, so we are going to work with them. Heads up. And we also trying to enhance our quality, because in the beginning the situation was this one: every blaster was trying to write articles as fast as possible, publish, try to make traffic. What we want to do now is publish less articles and do more quality. As you know, in October, everyone around the world had this problem with Google and with the algorithm. So what we did is try to change a bit the way in which we produce articles. We try to create new rules to have more original piece of content. And so let's say that in 2 months we really saw an incredible change in our numbers. Okay, so we increase our numbers in Google traffic and direct traffic. And we are pretty sure that is because we started working in this new with this new approach and with this new path. As I told you, we are a community. So what we want to do is create a community. I did my fellowship at Craig Newmark School of Journalism with Jed Jarvis. During that year, we talk a lot about communities, about the fact that journalism is about communities, and it's a service. It's not just a product. So we want to create a service for our communities. So in each country, we operate in this way. We have a community manager that is responsible for overseeing our network of contributors that we call blasters. And it's very, very at the core of our job. So it's recruiting new members, motivating them, trying to improve their article writing skills, and providing valuable suggestions, ideas to enhance their work. So that's very important for us. We have, as I told you, this editorial part, and we have this more community focused area. At the same time, we are an international company. So we are based in London, I'm based in New York, but we work, in different time zones. We have editors in Brazil, we have editors in London, we have editors in Italy, in France, and in Spain. So the way in which we operate is with, as I told you, 2 different teams. The first one is the freelancers team. And yeah, in this case, we have around 100 to 200 editors. And we have this very rigorous selection process to have them inside the company and to ask them to correcting articles for us. And then we have an international team that is an internal team. And it's like a team of editors and fact checker that can work with us, to enhance our, mission. Because the other important part is not just editing, but is also doing education for our writers. So we are trying to do that. We did a lot of projects also with universities in the past. We did a couple of grants with the European Union, one about disinformation in the smaller regions of Europe, working with universities, doing education, doing media literacy with both students and also with the community. And the other one was a big project called Eunomia, that was a social media based on Mastodon. And it was a social media super connected with disinformation, trying to find a way to have a social network and that could enhance good quality journalism. This is part of our platform, and is inside the workflow. We have the second edit, that is a fact-checking control room, where we basically fact-check every single article we published. And here you can, as you can see, see the status of the article, the country, the time where we publish it, and then you can decide if you want to enable sharing. And so if you enable sharing, all the micro-influencer can share the article. If you don't want to do it because you have any problem, you can click disable sharing and then try to find a way to fix it. The last part is about misinformation. As I told you, we are part of the International Fact-Checking Network. We work a lot with the European Union. We try to follow the Trust Project transparency and quality standards. We have the Green Shield with 100% with from NewsGuard. That is a startup where I worked before. And as I told you, we won the Google News Innovation Fund in 2016, I think. And we worked for a couple of years with that. To finish my presentation, as I told you, we have a lot of anti-misinfo policy. After Cambridge Analytica, we decided to change everything inside the platform. Before, it was like super open to everyone. You can write, you can do it. But I mean, it was not just us. Now we have, zero tolerance for fake news, propaganda, clickbaiting titles, bot, whatever. We just release an internal policy about AI. So what we are going to do is to have like an AI-ready newsroom. We use different tools. We don't write articles using AI. We don't want to do it. We're just using tools powered via AI in order to enhance our experience and try to help our editors. If in the future we are going to write something using AI, we're going to disclose it at the end or at the beginning of the article, but we are not into that for sure right now. And as I told you before, we try to mix the human intelligence with the with tech tools to spot propaganda and disinformation. We have, as I told you, an algorithm called fake news semaphore, and it's basically a traffic light that can spot misinformation. Red light probably is false. Green light, it's okay, we want to go ahead and publish. And if it's yellow, there's probably something that you need to investigate more. What we are going to do, as I told you, we are working on a new platform. We are trying to, give our content creators more tools so they can write, share, create videos, newsletter, and podcast. At the same time, we are trying to create a marketplace for on-demand content. I think I think we are going to develop these two areas. Marketplace for on-demand content. That's the first thing, and the second one is more, fact-checking, misinformation, the fact-checking and misinformation area, and we want to try to mix our revenues using having ads, but also subscription and other innovative stream of revenues. And I think that's it for now. And thank you so much for your